fallout from the takeover of the Capitol building by MAGA supporters is already begun. Facebook has deplatformed the Walkaway movement founded by Brandon Straka, a former leftist who organized groups exploring why everybody was walking away from the Democratic Party. And here you have yet another reason. Actually, the primary reason for me was stifling of freedom of speech. If the Chinese were paying for this, then it would be money well spent. Somebody at Facebook must be under the employment of Chinese, because this is a direct stake in the heart of America as a whole. The founding principle that we have is freedom of speech, and it is the reason that we are able to settle our differences peacefully rather than violently. All summer, for the last 7 months, you've seen nothing but left-wing riots and protests that were excused by politicians, the media, and by the social media platforms, who still would ban far more conservative voices than they would those on the left. You on the conservative side are banned for Twitter from dead naming somebody, something that is a biological fact, stating that a man is a woman and refusing to call them as such. You get banned. Zuby the rapper got a suspension for calling somebody dude just because it was the wrong gender. This is getting horrible. This is getting ridiculous. This is so stifling to our discourse and discussion and exposing people to alternative viewpoints. And this is being done intentionally. They are taking one instance of right-wing violence, despite the fact that you had all leftist groups that took over the Capitol, the Senate offices, when the Brett Kavanaugh hearings were going on. This is so polar opposite of what America should be. And now we are removing the semblance and the platforms where we can converse with one another, where we can expose each other to different ideas, and you are banning one form of speech from them. This is absolutely anti-American. This violates the First Amendment. I don't care if they have opinions that you disagree with. There are plenty of opinions on the left that I disagree with. There are also some right-wing opinions that I'm not overly fond of, but everybody should be able to express how they feel, and that's how we can communicate with one another and develop a better America, and that is falling by the wayside, and this is going to lead to violent conflict. When you can't settle your differences peacefully, violence is the alternative option. And all you're doing is stoking the locomotive of violence down the track. You are adding coal, you are adding steam to it, and it is picking up speed. And when you do this, and you develop the enmity between parties, and you have, on one side, you have Ayanna Pressley in the past calling for more agitation, more violence. And then when the right wing does it one time, they're using it as a cudgel, and this is exactly what is taking place. And it is horrifying to me as an American, as somebody who's proud of my country, and as somebody who ardently believes in free speech being the greatest value that we have, and it's the reason that it's the First Amendment. And unfortunately, the Second Amendment is there to protect the First Amendment. And God help us if we continue to go down this road, because the bonds of our republic are fraying rapidly. And once again, if China is paying for this, goodness gracious, it is money well spent in your quest for world domination and totalitarian rule, because that's what it's coming to. If you're new, subscribe, notification bell, share this video, let people know what's going on with the Walkaway movement. This is an outrage, and thumb up the video and have a good day, and do what we can to stay away from violence and for discourse to reign supreme. Peace.